Hello and welcome to another Arkeys video. It's update day on Gran Turismo 7. We've got a couple of new cars. We have got some new challenges, amongst others the much hyped Olympic qualifying time trial challenge, but we've also got some time trial challenges for us mere mortals who also want to make some credits. We've got a Group 3 time trial on Fuji in the new Mercedes. And we have got this one. We are at RedBull Ring in the Alfa, and a nice road car challenge for a road car fan like me. Heavy car on slidey tires, have to be careful, just the way I like it. So let's just get straight into it. So this is Thursday morning, not long after the servers went back online. I'm going into the sport mode section and claiming my reward from the previous time trial challenge. And let's get into the time trial section. We can see we've got the Olympic time trial, but we've got two other time trials as well. And make note that the one I'm doing today, it's only up for a week, so make sure you do this one right away so you don't miss it. This is my very first lap. I haven't loaded a ghost yet, and I'm wobbling around the first corner, coming into what is known as turn 3, even though it feels like turn 2. I'm clearly overcooking that one, getting used to how heavy this car is, and also coming down the hill I'm braking way too late, ending up in the gravel. Let me just make my way out again. I even go a bit sideways on what's almost a straight coming into this corner. Now I'm a bit scared, so I'm just taking it nice and easy in third gear around that corner, and let's get through the S's. And as we come across the line, it is in an appalling 1:45.5. So let's go and put on a ghost right away and get to work. I am only giving myself maximum 1 hour with this challenge because I would like to get this video out before I have to go to work myself. So let's see what we can do. Getting around turn 1, you have to look for the 150 board for both turn 1 and turn 2. Turn 2 you might even have to brake a little bit before, and also coming down the hill you clearly have to brake a bit before the 150 board. I am going into the corner a bit deep, and that is going to cost a lot of time. But even though it cost me some time, I am still going to catch up to the ghost rather quickly. You can see this is early doors, so this is the best available ghost at the moment. And I'm just being distracted by the ghost at the moment because it's making a lot of mistakes, just as I do myself. So we are just keeping it going. We're coming around the final two corners. We are still in this one, and obviously this lap is going to be better because I didn't go into the gravel this time. But let's see what my second lap on this one is. It's a 1:41.5, and we just stay on board for this one. Coming through turn 1, that's a fourth gear corner. And note that I'm revving out the car. Later on in this video I started to experiment a bit with the short shifting. I didn't go and check if that was the right thing to do, but it turns out that I think you have to short shift a bit. I am overcooking this corner. Once again, it's becoming a tradition, not entirely into the gravel, but we are still in this one. I still gain on the ghost, even though I made that mistake. So I clearly need a better ghost for this one. You can see I'm getting ahead, and as we come through the final corner and go across the line, we get a nice improvement on this lap. This is the easy part where you get the big chunks of the time at the start of a time trial challenge. I was actually P2 at that moment, very early doors, I know it. The times have gone down a lot since then. I have loaded a new ghost, and now I started to experiment a bit with some short shifting. This was mainly based on a gut feeling, and because I could hear the turbo run out of steam once you got to the last bit of the rev range. So I started to shift just above the suggested gear indicator, maybe a bit after. And let's see how this turns out. I am still sticking with the Ghost. I am actually a bit ahead, and the Ghost get a slightly better run out of this corner, and we get through the final 2 corners. Let's see what we can do with the time this time. I'm just staying in 4th gear. I think you can drop down to 3rd at the entry and then back up to 4th. And now we are on our way into the 39s, just below a 140 now. So we are just keeping it going. Another 3/10 are coming off the time here, and we are not far from the long grind coming up. I get a track limit penalty coming through the S's, and that was sort of a warning that now it is starting to get a bit more tricky. And as you can see, I was still P3 in the world, so clearly not many people are on this yet. And now the grind is starting. Not much happened. Actually, the high point of this long session was me hitting a 39.799 twice in the same session. But other than that, we didn't really get anywhere until I finally got in an improvement, and as we keep going, we are going to get in another improvement. So I'm starting to find a rhythm, and I think we're getting close to the final run in this video. I'm 110 kilometers in, looking for the 150 board. As I come into turn 1, I'm staying in 4th gear. It gets a bit slidey, but we still keep it going. I'm losing a bit on the straight compared to the Ghost, but we are still up on our time. And looking for the 150 board again. On the brakes, maybe a slight bit before. Staying in 3rd gear, make sure you've got the car pointing the right direction before you put the power fully down. Otherwise, it will just be wheel spin. Coming down the hill, make sure you brake before the 150, just a tiny bit before, because otherwise you run deep. It's better to maybe ease off the brake than come in too hot, because you will lose a lot of time. I am trying out exiting in 4th gear. I think 3rd gear might be a bit quicker, but that might change throughout the next couple of days when the fast guys come on and show us all how this is really done. So far it looks like I was onto something when it comes to the short shifting, but make sure you check out a proper Ghost when you jump on and try to do this one. We are coming into the final couple of corners. I'm braking before the 100 board, and make sure I just be patient around this corner, staying in 4th gear, and I'm just staying in 4th gear. As already mentioned, you can drop briefly into 3rd, but I'm just staying in 4th, and we are getting across the line in a 139.121. I definitely think I can get into the 138s, but that will be a project for later on. So I'm about to wrap this one up for now. I finished off this session 50 minutes after I started, still P4 in the world at that moment. And yeah, this is a fun one for those of you who enjoy driving the road cars. So yeah, give it a shot, and I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.